talk about. We're going to be talking about precious metals, getting into this massive movement with silver and gold, and I got a 3-step process in how to basically engage this. Remember, guys, we're live, so if any question or comments, let me know. And for the people who make the live stream, thank you. And remember, guys, we're almost at 10,000, so
I don't think so. No, 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 no.
Subscribe now.
No, 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 no. It's never, ever, 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 ever gonna happen.
Thank you very much.
thanks for making the live stream, guys. So first thing we're going to do an overview, get some facts and details out about the silver market and gold market so you guys can understand, and then the 3-step process, and then we're going to go through some other details. And if you have any questions, let me know. Comments, put them in the description. I'm sorry, put them in the comment section. So right now, if we look at XAG, silver has been doing ripping apart. We're talking about silver going from just a few months ago from 33s now to 70s, nearly doubling up, guys. Now, is it going to go higher? To me, I'm expecting it to go massively higher, but it's going to be some massive pullbacks. We're going to talk about that in a bit. Now we're going to look at gold. Now, gold has been doing absolutely amazing, has been ripping up to now to 4,000. So, which one should you guys be getting into more? Gold or silver? We're going to get into that also. And with these two things ripping, is it the best time to get into these? You know, a bunch of things covering. Let me get rid of this. Now, this is something that's important. When investing into precious metals, we got to look at a very important thing. This is the US debt clock. This is basically fugazi, fake money. Basically, it's called currency.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It's not real. It's just fake. The Federal Reserve, combined with the US government, basically prints it into infinity. If you look at this right here, the US debt clock, guys, and look at this craziness.
Surprise, motherfucker.
It is going off like, it's like, hey, is it ever going to stop?
Stop the cap.
No, it's not going to stop. The way our government spends is basically deficit spending, and it's not real, guys. It just keeps on printing everlastingly forever, and it's not going to stop. That's why we buy into precious metals, because this is honest money. It's real money. It fits the entire definition of what money is, and this is currency. Very little to no value. We'll break that down even more, okay? So as we look at this US debt clock, we're at 38 trillion. Now that's not including unfunded liabilities. What are unfunded liabilities? Basically all the other stuff that we promised to pay in the future. Now if we look at this US debt clock, we can see U.S. total debt, interest on the debt. There is how much you spend on the defense budget, Social Security. It keeps on going higher and higher and higher, and it's not going to get smaller, guys. Just how it is. If we look at our debt to GDP, look at that also. How much per tax per citizen. This is a really powerful website. But just understand before, I'm not going to break this down in detail so much. You get into precious metals because your currency is losing value. That's how it's designed. You don't trust your government because they spend like crazy and they're not honest. Just how it is, guys. Especially with that whole Somali thing that's happening, as an example. Somalia has been, I would say, getting a bunch of American money. We have some, spending of them. Let me see. Give me a second. Give me a second. I forgot to bring this chart up as I'm talking about it. Give me a second. All right, here we go. My bad. Now let's go back to this chart. So as we go back over here, guys, and see this amazing debt clock, let's move on to why get into precious metals. Because one, it's ripping and you want to get part of it, and two, the dollar's collapsing. Why is the dollar collapsing? Well, since we removed the dollar standard from off of gold and silver, we are in a very dangerous position where they just print away, and the dollar purchases less and less and less and less. So, give you guys an example. When you're a kid, if you're in your mid-30s like I am, you're going to be like, okay, buying an apple, buying such and such was like 25 cents a dollar, and now we're looking at like going to the grocery store and $100 doesn't buy you anything, right? So now we move on there. So, explaining some things. Now, this is the important part. Where should you guys be looking at? The gold-silver ratio. We're going to check a vlog scale there. Should you guys be looking at gold more or silver more? Now, having both is important. But I would say having more silver right now than gold is more important, because I think silver will still be doubling up or even tripling versus that gold would be doubling in price. Both going up in value, but owning more silver is a lot better than owning more gold right now. Now, before I get into the 3 steps into getting to precious metals and then moving back to the charts, then it's going to break it down a bit more. But understand, honest money, too much debt, own precious metals, the dollar's purchasing less. Cool. Now we got that foundation. Let's look at step 1. So for anybody who's like, Andre, what do you do? What's the solution? So step 1, guys. Watch this playlist from Mike Maloney, okay? Go to YouTube, type in money versus currency, gold, silver. But if you want the easiest way, type in hidden secrets of money right here. Watch this series, Hidden Secrets of Money. This will solve the problem of the understanding of why precious metals. I've watched this series so many times I literally got it memorized. But if you really want to learn about precious metals, not miss this massive move, look into Hidden Secrets of Money, episode 1. Watch all the episodes. You'll understand the power of economic waves, where one value goes over value and one's undervalued, and just keep on buying and following this cycle. Once you know those cycles, you won't be it will be very easy to build wealth, guys, long term. So first step, number 1, guys, repeat it. Go to YouTube and watch Hidden Secrets of Money. It will be one of the best series you've ever watched on YouTube. Okay, step number 2. Step number 2, super important. After you watch the Hidden Secrets of Money, you're going to be super interested in how to buy precious metals. Right, guys?
We are gonna be rich.
But you probably ask yourself, like, where do I buy it from? I'm going to show you the 3 legit sources to buy these metals. Anywhere else, you're going to need instruments or, gear into measuring the stuff, because there is a ton of fake silver, fake gold out there. You don't want to buy precious metals and buy a fugazi, basically bars and silvers or gold. Stay away from that stuff. So look at these right here. The first one, remember, step 2, apmex.com. If you're going to be buying precious metals, look at apmex.com. Literally my favorite website in buying precious metals. So first thing, step 1, you accumulate the knowledge, knowledge, kind of like Ty Lopez. But
Do you ever look at someone and wonder what is going on inside their head?
we got knowledge, right? Once you get the knowledge, you got to go to get the money, and you get your money, be like, hey, where do I put it at? First place, APMEX. Now, APMEX does delivery to your house. Absolutely amazing. They also do storage. So if you don't want to buy the metals and you want to liquidate a lot faster, go through APMEX, and you can go through their online shipment, and online storage with Citadel, and it's about basically $15 every month or quarter, something like that, like 45. Yeah. So $15 a month if you're just starting out. And then if you do that, you can liquidate your gold and silver or whatever precious metals. They have everything on this website. Let's look at the deals real quick, okay? Absolutely one of the most important things. Look, checking out the deals. Now look, you get a 1/10 ounce American Gold Eagle coin, BU, random year, $507, getting 32% off premium. Dang. Where's that? Where's that?
It's over 9,000!
That is absolutely amazing. Now you got some other non-smatics. No, I would stay away from the fancy coins. Look at some of the basic stuff like your buffaloes, your clover leaves, your maple leaves, right here. Get the APMEX standard coin. You need something that has a high liquidity but very common, okay? Look at those type of bars and silver. The next, and also you can sell to us. It's easy to sell to them. They give you a quote. You'll get your money within 7 to 10 business days. I've done it already many times. Easy process, and their customer service is amazing, okay? Next thing, remember, accumulate the knowledge first. Check out providencemetal.com. And this is not me having an affiliate. I have no affiliate links to these companies, okay? 0. Check out providencemetals.com. Look at this. We have a high demand, will slightly process and ship delays. They don't have an online storage, but they'll ship to your house, okay? That is absolutely amazing. Please note that we do not offer international shipping at this time. We only ship within the U.S. and military places. If you want international shipping, check out APMEX. There's a couple other ones that I use for international shipping. If you want to use that for shipping overseas, if you want to store it outside the United States. That's a little bit, non-typical, but it's also possible. If you need help with that, let me know. Check in the comment section below. We can talk about it. The third website, one of my favorites, is JM Bullion. JM Bullion is an amazing website, especially if you want to buy Star Wars coins, things like that. Things that are different. Like here, I'll show you some Star Wars stuff. Now, this is not for investing. This is just for my personal, stuff that I don't want to sell. But if you look at this type of stuff, they are selling out. They have really beautiful coins. Do this long term. Do it for your family long term, okay? The next thing, guys, step number 3. Okay, you get step 1. Very important. Review time before we go there. Step 1, watch the hidden secrets of money. Once you got the knowledge and getting into investments, then you got to see how you purchase it. Step 1 purchasing is own the physical first from legit sources, so you don't have to worry about getting robbed. Don't buy from the pawn shop. Don't buy from those eBays. Look at places like APMEX, JM Bullion, and Providence Metals. Legit sources so you don't get boned over, okay? Now, we're going to go to step number 3. Very important, guys. If you're one of those people who wants to buy digitally and not physically, look at buying from one of the top ETFs or ETFs or indexes when it comes to precious metals. The first one we're going to look at is SLV. I buy SLV. It is easy to liquidate. They have a massive amount of volume, okay? Liquidation is not a problem. SIVR also goes into that too. So look at SLV. It almost mimics the chart to spot precious metals. So let's look at it. Right now it's at $69.08. Let's check out the spot. $77. There is a barrier, but give you guys some insight. People are like, oh, there's an $8 difference. Now look, if you're buying precious metals, there's a spread. That spread is very high. So because remember, there's a big demand right now. So you're not going to get $77. You're going to be purchasing at a higher price, okay? That higher price amount would be $80, $82. Just what it is, guys. You're going to be buying at a higher price. We're at high prices as it is now. But if you look at buying at SLV, you still can get the same movement. You can liquidate. You can buy it on Robinhood. It's on Webull. It's with all major brokerages, So it's a very common one. So now let's get into this, guys. Now we look at the 3 aspects of how you get your knowledge, where to buy from physically and where to buy from digitally, with your phone, with Robinhood. Let's plan out what possibly can happen with precious metals. Okay, so before we hit the charts, we had to understand debt is not going to go away. The purchasing power of the dollar will decrease. This is not real money. This is fake money. This is currency. Real money is precious metals, okay? Now that we got that down, we are now looking at silver first. Silver has been exploding in price. Now, there's a couple scenarios that possibly can happen. That's why, to me, I'm currently buying at these prices. I have been buying for years, and I'm going to continue to buying until we basically ultimately get out of the precious metals boom. I don't think we're even closely done yet. So at our current price is $77. Remember, you're either buying with spot metal, you're either buying it on like Forex or on CFD markets. You're buying it with precious metals physically with APMEX, or you're buying with SLV. Most likely, if we look at this chart, guys, give me a second. What's going on here? I can't push anything down. Give me a second. Let me remove this stuff real quick. And remember, guys, we're live, so if you have any question or comments, let me know. If you have anything you want to talk about when it comes to precious metals or on the topic of the video, let me know, okay? I can't make any marks. It's kind of weird. Let me refresh the page real quick. Alright, let's get into it over here. Oh, it was loading. It was just, yeah, okay, my bad. Had to refresh the page to get this to load again. Most likely, now, most likely, guys, we are possibly going to be slowing down. That is fine. People are going to be selling off their metals because they bought early, like myself, to take profits. That's perfectly fine. What can happen is that the precious metal market goes down. Silver goes down temporarily. Just say it does go down $20, $30. That is absolutely amazing because you're going to be buying at a cheaper price. Once precious metals goes down, or possibility, what I hope that happens is that it does a quick does a slow, keyword slow, guys, slow pullback. It goes down $20 or $30 and spends the next, just say this administration, consolidating. If it consolidates at this new high, for example, up, down, during this time period is our saving grace for the next bull run higher. I don't know when that's going to be, but I know prices will go higher if it's slowing down, building up a consolidation. That means a buildup of a pool of people constantly buying for the next bull run. Cool. If we're wrong and it just keeps on exploding, cool. That's why I'm buying at the current prices for either scenario. The third scenario that could possibly happen, which you need to plan for, is if you're wrong. If we're wrong and it does head down lower to these lows, what I do is I sell off my precious metals at certain amounts down here. Not all of it, just sell a couple ounces here and there so you can get exposure to the higher highs. And if it go down lower, sell off. But we're still getting multiple, big I for me. It's getting big gains right here. But I think long term, no matter where we go, either a midpoint here or down here, we are still ultimately going higher. With our management of our debt when it comes to here, see, this debt is not going away. Our purchasing power will not get better. Our taxation overall will not get better. The people who run the government pretty much are horrible with finances unless it's benefiting them personally, kind of like a Nancy Pelosi. They get rich as the economy gets worse and government just keeps on spending. Just the way it is, guys. Don't want to get too politicized about that. Just to give you guys the knowledge and how to get into this market, okay? So, with this happening, guys, we can apply it to gold. We can apply it to silver. If we get a pullback, dollar cost average, I buy weekly. So, every single Friday, put down some, put down some, put down some as much as you can. For me, I see it going up higher long term. Now, when that does happen, I think it'll be beautiful for selling precious metals like silver at $150 or $200. That would be massive gain from buying at $10, or that's when I bought early, one of my cheapest prices. So that would be my plan, guys. So when you equip yourself with step one, buying precious metal, learning about economic history, learning about money, you will equip yourself. I mean, these videos are absolutely amazing, man. I absolutely love this. Dude, Mike Maloney is one of the best people to follow on YouTube. Also, Peter Schiff. I'll follow those guys. They talk about the junior miners. They also talk about other assets. I can get into that if you would like. Just let me know in the comment section below or on this live stream. And thank you guys for making a live stream. It's been absolutely amazing.
Thank you very much.
All right, so let's move on to here. Step two, guys, buy from authorized companies. Stay away from the pawn shops because they may give you a good discount, but it might not be real silver. At least when you buy from these, you get that certificate that they'll buy it at that price. You're not getting fake stuff, which is absolutely amazing. And if you do get a fake bar, which has happened even for me because I buy constantly, they'll return it and give you an exchange bar. That's absolutely amazing. You get that type of service when you buy from legit places like APMEX, JM Bullion, and Providence Metals. Absolutely amazing. Our next thing will be this, guys. If you're buying silver, do the same plan. And I stay in cash. I don't like margin or leverage and stuff like that. I do when it comes to Forex, CFD markets, but when it comes to this, if I'm buying SLV, even at these current prices, I'm going to be dollar cost averaging in. One share a week, one share a month, for example. Keep building up so when it does hit $150, $200, I can cash out and buy another asset that's on the cheap. Kind of like this. Stocks are really high. Markets are really high. Silver and gold are on the bull. What could happen is that the markets reverse, precious metals go up, and then you'll sell your precious metals to buy Apple on a 80% discount, for example. That's my plan. Look at to buy the big companies. Just how it is, guys. Now, if you have any question or comments, let me know. I've covered a lot of good details when it comes to this stuff. I hope this helps you out, because I get a couple of questions, you know, here and there about precious metals, and they ask me, Andre, what do you know about it? Well, I've been covering precious metals on this channel for years. As of recently, we've been talking about, you know, the scammers, the furus, and gurus. But for this video, we're going to definitely be getting into just precious metals, okay? And if you need the websites, please check out debtclock.org. You know, macro trends, one of my favorite websites for precious metals. Just go to here, macro trends, click on precious metals, gives you a bunch of charts like gold, silver prices, 100-year chart, oil versus gold. I'm also buying oil, but I don't want to get into that right now for this video. This is precious metals related. The Dow versus gold, gold versus to oil. Absolutely amazing stuff. You'll learn more and more. And it's not about technical analysis or trading. It's following the economic trends long term, especially when you start looking at government spending and how they manage money versus currency. You'll learn that in this video series here and the 3 steps. So remember, guys, I broke it down in 3 simple steps, okay? Follow this and it will definitely increase your knowledge and I'll say passion when it comes to precious metals. It definitely has shaped my entire worldview when it comes to precious metals, guys, and understanding economics and also how governments treat real money versus fugazi money, or currency with the actual technical term for it. But yeah, I want to cover that in the, for this video. I'll stay around for a few minutes. If you have anything else you want me to cover, let me know. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe. The channel is trying to hit this channel. I want to hit 10,000 in this month. I'm putting out a ton of content. If you want to become a member, please do. If you haven't checked the merch, woo, you missing out, man. Here's the merch. Let's look at the merch store real quick. I will be covering this in pretty much every video. Here, if you want one of my favorite funny t-shirts, I forgot my stop loss. Check this out, guys. I think this is so funny. So, I forgot my stop loss. If you have any ideas about what type of what's it called? What type of merch to make, let me know. We can get into that. I love to make out new merch. And also, if you're not become a member, please do.
Join us. 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 Join us.
Welcome to the family.
All right. Yeah, guys, thank you for hanging out with me. I hope this video gives you a lot of value. If you want me to cover more stuff like this, let me know. I can get more into the TA, better and more detailed examples on how to buy. If you have not checked out my latest video, check out the Fake Gurus Exposed, their most insane lies and clips and meltdowns. Check that out, guys. Or check out my YouTube shorts. They're doing really rocking, really good. So please do check them out. And I'll see you guys on the next live stream tomorrow. Peace.
Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy.